Welcome back to the Canada Late Model Nationals presented by K&N Filters. Tyler Reddick climbing out of the 11 car. Unfortunately brought out the caution flag as heavy suspension damage to the left rear of that car. Kelly?
Tyler, you started up front on the pole. What a tough break for you. What happened out there?
Well, I guess our axle tube just snapped. It happens, but I guess that's what we worked really hard to get where we're at. We know we were pretty fast, but it's just disappointing.
I know you were nervous starting up front with all of those big veterans behind you. Was it as difficult as you anticipated?
Not really. I think it's just having the car. The car was pretty well good. I don't know if the axle tube had to be added to me falling off or not. I doubt it did till it snapped or got last 5 laps, but we were definitely a top 5 car, and it's a shame that it happened.
Well, a disappointing ending for tonight, the number 11 of Tyler Reddick.
Brighter days ahead for that young man. It's certainly a pleasure to watch him learn and mature out here. And to think that he's good enough to even run with these guys at all is impressive, much less be good enough to win heat races and start on the pole.
So Dale McDowell out in front. Again, the Delaware double file restart. He'll be all alone, everyone else side by side. Josh McGuire, the 41, will line up alongside Brad Neat in the Redbuck Cigars, number 41, teammate to Earl Pearson Jr., Eric Wells, and Eddie Carrier Jr. That is your top 5.
Side by side as they start to string out, and again, right through the center goes McDowell. Neat tried to follow him, washed up high towards the wall. Great start for McDowell.
Eric Wells taking a peek, trying to go 3 wide off turn number 4, the pair of 41s there. Josh McGuire down low, Brad Neat up on top. Oh, trouble for McGuire. Did he get into one of those tires on the bottom? Heavy damage.
And I gotta tell you, that one looks like it has some suspension damage as well. That right rear is not really lined up with the right front anymore. Issues there for Josh McGuire. What a shame. Your fast time setter up against the wall. Your general tire, top 5. Still has Dale McDowell out front. On the hook goes Josh McGuire here at the Canada Late Model Nationals presented by K&N. Well, I'll tell you, man, talk about some carnage out here tonight.
Well, I mean, I don't think you want to run in the top 3 because everyone that's in the top 3 is having issues. So right now, that will move Eric Wells in the 18 car into second. Brad Neat will line up outside of him in third. You see Chris Wall up there in the 71W. Eddie Carrier Jr. in the 28 rather will line up in the 5th spot outside of the 71W. So this will set up another restart. Earl Pearson Jr. making some moves. We also see that red and yellow number 71C of RJ Conley, current point leader here at Portsmouth Raceway Park.
Good restart for Eric Wells as he picks up second position, drives it underneath Brad Neat. Well, I'll tell you what, man, he's coming after McDowell right now. Eric Wells has a good car. Here we go for the lead.
Nice look to the inside. I mean, if you can get through those holes good just one time, you can get that bite coming off the corner. They go side by side again down in turn 1.
Boy, Wells' car looked nice and smooth through there. He lost a little bit, makes another charge, just driving about a half a car length underneath McDowell.
Currently 10th in points, chasing Rookie of the Year honors. Finished 13th here at Portsmouth back in July.
Right down on the bottom that time. Didn't quite have the momentum. Boy, pulls right up beside him, and through those bumps he goes again.
Well, you're not going to shake up Dale McDowell. I mean, you can bonsai in there as many times as you want. You're not going to shake him up at all. A very smooth driver. He's running his line. He's given Wells plenty of room. Eric just does not have enough to get by the 17N.
Great battle here for the lead as they are going at it.
Looks like Wells losing a little bit there off turn 2. He's going to try it again in turns 3 and 4 down low. Does he have enough this time? Yes!
Oh.
By a nose, Eric Wells leads lap 42.
Just stick the right rear quarter in the window as you go by.
So a new leader, Eric Wells, the driver out of Hazard, Kentucky, just 21 years old. 3 top 5s, 8 top 10s, looking for his first win of the year. It could come here tonight. R.J. Conley there in the 71C, and the O-Show, Jimmy Owens. The battle for the 8th spot. We said Conley with 4 wins this year at this racetrack. A multi-time champion here. He knows this place very well.
Josh McGuire out of the race. What happened? I broke a right front, I believe. I hit that tire. I didn't want to get in the neat, and I went too low and hit that tire, and just driver error probably, I'd say.
Earl Pearson Jr., the Lucas Oil back machine right behind him. We was talking about him before, R.J. Conley, who started off in the 14th position, worked his way into the top 10 out of Wheelersburg, Ohio. And then, of course, Jimmy Owens, the winningest driver in the series this season with 8. You talked about that before. Closest to him, Earl Pearson Jr. was 7, and then Scott Bloomquist, our points leader, was 6. By the way, out of this event as of now. I'm sure they'll try to get that car back out here because the points are very important here.
And looks like Dale McDowell to the inside of the 72 car. That is John Mason, the veteran, trying to stay up out of the groove. And Mason will head to the pits. So that possibly ending his night, the driver from Millersburg, Ohio. So it could be about survival here tonight. We heard Dave Argabright say earlier, this track's about survival with the flooding that they get here in the spring. But if you can survive the 75 laps, you're going to get a good finish here tonight.
Chris Wall, Mike Marlar going at it. Chris Wall, the 71 car, and Marlar with the 36. Marlar, who had a really good run a little bit earlier out here, was really getting through turns 3 and 4, very, very strong, and now has settled back in behind the 71 car, Chris Wall. Chris Wall has certainly had his moments of brilliance as well, with 5 quick times set so far this season. The car has some speed in it for the Intimigator. Stay with us. We've got a lot of racing to do here. There's your General Tire top 5. Eric Wells leads them all. Welcome back, Canada Late Model Nationals presented by K&N. There's Mike Marlar in the 36 car, and RJ right behind him. Conley puts the pressure on him, not able to get the spot as of yet.
Yeah, a little bit of carnage there hanging off the 71C of Conley's. We go back to the battle for second. Brad Neat in the 41. Trying to get by our early leader, a mid-race lead in the 17M of Dale McDowell.
McDowell holding tough, and of course, Neat has been up there a couple different times as well. Definitely has some speed inside the car. Looks like a little bit of damage to that one. The A-pillar has come loose from the roof. These guys are taking a beating out here tonight. Eric Wells still hanging on to a comfortable lead, if you will, and here comes Neat.
Brad Neat picking up his lone Lucas Oil Late Model 3rd Series win for this season earlier at Tazewell, and loses some ground to Dale McDowell there off turn 2 as we go back up front. Hazard, Kentucky driver Eric Wells looking for his first career series win right through the middle of turns 1 and 2, and trying to stay away from those holes. The problem is it gets really slick, the smooth part of the racetrack, and if your car is loose, it's just going to get looser, and it looks like McDowell has a run on the 18E.
This is the battle for the lead. You can see from that overhead shot, it is pretty dusty out there. I've got to think that something's gone on here with Eric's car. I mean, he was just driving away from these guys, and now they have reeled him back in the span of about 2 laps. McDowell looking for a way around. Right behind him, here comes Neat.
Yeah, 3-car battle for the lead off turn 2. Wells, McDowell, Neat, Eddie Carrier Jr. hanging back there in that 4th spot.
Eddie's saying, as long as I can keep that left rear on, I got a shot at these guys.
There's a glimpse of that 28 car, very fast here at Portsmouth Raceway Park. Finished 4th here last year, and right now runs in the 4th spot. And the laps are winding down as, some smoke from Bloomquist, who made it back out to try and gain some points.
Well, I tell you, man, talk about having a rough night. Suspension failure, and now it looks like all but engine failure for the 0 car. So he is human.
Well, your points leader is going to take a hit in the points here tonight as Eric Wells gets underneath him. Here comes Dale McDowell.
And the reason I say that, I mean, of the 32 previous starts of this season, Scott Bloomquist has finished in the top 10 28 times. He has been a machine, and it looks like Eric Wells has destroyed a right rear tire. That's what was going away. That's why they were reeling him in. Needless to say, it looks like it's also caused a fair amount of body damage as well when it came off.
Yeah, that thing is shredded. So the caution flag comes out. Eric Wells heads to the pits. Wow, what a break. Well, we said it earlier, you don't want to lead tonight. It's bad luck, it looks like.
It'll be tough if they, I don't know that he'll get enough time to get back out there. See, well, they've thrown the caution flag here, so might be able to get that right rear change and get him back out without losing a lap, but he will go to the back of the field, so it's going to be a long night for Eric Wells now to scratch his way back up to the front. What a shame. The car was fast, and Dale McDowell finds himself back out front again.